Thank you. On May 24th, or May 24th, 2000, the House of Representatives voted to establish a permanent, normal trade relations with China. The dominant post-Cold War thinking, which pervaded the political class at the time, posited that our markets and our economy to China, opening our markets to China, would bring prosperity, material well-being to both nations. Many even said that expanded economic ties with a democratized China would bring China new freedoms to the Chinese people. We know that not to be true. 2 decades later, things aren't so rosy. In the aftermath of these and other agreements, the United States experienced a decline in manufacturing that has been dubbed the China shock. Millions of manufacturing and other well-paying middle-class jobs disappeared from regions, especially in upstate New York, where the Industrial Revolution was started, and also where I happen to have a manufacturing business founded 76 years ago. We've witnessed the negative impacts on our communities during this pandemic. America's continued reliance on China for PPE and other critical materials is a national security risk. Our ports are also backlogged with goods that we can no longer produce at home. America clearly requires a national political course correction in our relationship with the Chinese government and the Chinese Communist Party. We must take action to restore our nation's manufacturing jobs, small business ecosystem, and technological leadership. Our constituents sent us all here to fix these issues and put the needs of the American people first. However, the House Democrats under Nancy Pelosi are once again using an urgent national need as leverage to cynically push forth unrelated liberal priorities and poison pills in this bill. You don't take my word for it. Look at the White House statement, as my colleague and leader, Mr. McCall, said, praising the misnamed America Competes Act, and it didn't mention the word China in it once in their statement. It's China being our greatest adversary. The language in the legislation itself talks about coral reefs, climate change, even more than China. This is all you need to know about the priorities in this bill. And even worse, the provisions in this bill will make us even more reliant on China, as my colleagues have indicated. It keeps our supply chains overseas and forces us to depend on China for critical rare earth minerals required to produce chips, solar panels, batteries. We have these resources here. The production should be here in America. We should be utilizing our American workforce and our industrial capabilities here in America. However, the Republican conference has not stood idly by with this disastrous bill. Many of our members, including myself, have submitted strong amendments to boost American manufacturing that would prevent U.S. investment in malign Chinese state-controlled companies, that will hold the Chinese Communist Party accountable, that will counter the full range of threats the Chinese Communist Party poses to our national security. The American people sent us here to Washington to work for them, not for China. The American Concedes Act would only empower in China and threaten America's security interests.